Well, we come away with a weekend with Derek Carr. It turns out there was an offer made by the New York Jets, and it's one no other team can match.
J-E-T-S, Jets!
Welcome to Jets Talk. My name is Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, I go live every Monday for my live call-in show from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So if you don't like what I'm saying on the channel and you want to let me know it, there's your time to call in. And then Tuesday, we come back with our Talkin' Jets panel, myself, O'Leary, and Green Bean. So ask us all your Jet-related questions. But let's move on to today's topic of the day, and that is one Derek Carr possibly getting an offer from the New York Jets. This was an offer made that no other team can offer. And this one is exciting because it's something that I do feel is 100% legitimate, although it has nothing to do with money and there are no contract terms or anything like that. So if you're looking for that, I apologize. This was the grab to get you here. But apparently the Jets offered Derek Carr. This is not a joke. They offered him, they said, you could be a first ballot Hall of Famer if the New York Jets win a Super Bowl and you're our quarterback. And to that I say, that's probably pretty friggin' accurate. Like, we idolize Joe Namath for the last 50 years, gets us the ring, and that Super Bowl had a ton of importance in and of itself, so I don't want to, discount that in any kind of capacity. But you see, the only success this team has ever really had in meaningful capacity, and Namath is just carried on everyone's shoulders. We absolutely love it. So if Carr were to come here and he were to actually win the New York Jets a Super Bowl, I think it's entirely possible he winds up being a first ballot Hall of Famer. And you might say, hey, Ryan, that's really, really weird to say. Why would you say that? And I mean, just look what happened with Eli Manning. Yes, he has the name attached to him that will, carry a lot of weight. But you look at his statistics, and I mean, he's got the 2 Super Bowls. But I think if most fans are being, honest with themselves, you could say Eli Manning got hot at the right time with a really good team with the Giants, and he made all the right throws, and they wound up winning a Super Bowl. I don't think anyone in any one of the seasons that the Giants won the Super Bowl is going to say that Eli Manning was the best quarterback or necessarily even a top 5 quarterback in either of those years. So I think Derek Carr can 100% be what Eli Manning was. Not to mention, they're statistically eerily similar. You look at their entire list of accolades, and I think Eli's got 7 more years on Derek Carr right now. So it's not fully apples to apples, but Carr is on pace for the same, if not more, amount of 4,000-yard passing seasons, assume he continues to play, relatively reasonably well. And then you look at his yards per game, his yards per attempt, they're at least the same as Eli Manning, if not better. And then you look at his touchdowns. There's only one season that Eli beat Derek Carr in as far as overall touchdowns. I think he had 35 the one year. I think Carr's most is 32, but roughly they're always around the same 20 to 25 touchdowns a year. And then interception-wise, Eli Manning had 11 seasons of over 14 interceptions. Derek Carr had 1. It is his worst season, and it was this year, and it was when he had 3 or 3 or 4 interceptions in one game against the Steelers, so it's insanely skewed one direction. Not to mention, that was the game that put him in the lead for interceptions in the NFL this year by 1, and he beat Josh Allen, our division rival. Josh Allen has a bunch of interceptions. So could Derek Carr winning a Super Bowl in New York actually land him in the first ballot Hall of Fame? And could he get it, as far as any other teams if he were to go elsewhere? I don't think so. I'm pretty positive that there is not one spot, maybe Chicago. I feel like Chicago would be another area that you could win a ring and it'll be wow, this guy's getting in the Hall of Fame. But the Jets and New York, this is the hardest city to win in. I don't even think it's remotely close. You look at our media, you look at the fans were toxic and rabid and we're foaming at the mouth. We are a deranged set of fanatics. But if you can win here and you can tame this beast, you will be a legend forever. Statue out front of the stadium. You are going to be able to waltz into New York. We'll give you the keys to the city, and it'll just be absolutely wonderful. Could he do that in any other city? I don't think so. So if that's the Jets' sales pitch, I don't get the feeling the Jets are going to be the top bidder for Derek Carr. I think they have a number, and I think it's going to be a fair number. They're not going to lowball him in any stretch of the imagination, unless he has some insanely lofty expectations on what he's going to get, or some other team just blows us out of the water. But I think the Jets are going to have a legitimately good contract offer. I think it's going to be an eye-popping one. It's going to be like one of those 5-year, $200 million deals that everyone loses their mind on, but then you'll wind up seeing the contract details are not as bad. I said 3 years, $100 million is what Carr's going to get. I could see like a 5-year stretched out kind of deal, but I think he's going to be somewhere in that $30 to $35 million a year range. And that's just what the doctor ordered for the New York Jets, because you can build a team around that. And if Derek Carr is honest and serious about trying to win a championship and continue on with his legacy, then I think the Jets are going to wind up being his best option. Guys, I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. Do you think the Jets did actually offer the Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame? No, it's not something they can really promise. Do you think it's a contract in general that the Jets are going to extend to Derek Carr? Do you think we're going to wind up waiting for Aaron Rodgers? Let me know in the comments section down below. And as always, go Jets.